So I remember back in the days, many years ago, so I was entangled with a narcissist, like you guys already know. And we're standing out there, we're on the balcony. So we're having a normal evening, like couples do. So we're looking on the other side of the road, at the other side of the road. And then there's this woman. This woman is, she has got a bike in her hand, so she's like, she was dragging her bike. But we noticed, me personally noticed that woman was drunk, extremely drunk. So the woman wouldn't even walk to her house. She wouldn't even walk to her gate. Sometimes you see she will fall down, she will get up. So I'm there watching, we're watching. In those days, I don't know anything about narcissism. I don't know who is a narcissist. So I don't know anything about empathy. So I'm telling this particular individual, this narcissist at the moment, I'm telling her, listen, don't you think that there is something we can do to that woman? Maybe we can go and help that woman. We give her a hand and lead her towards her gate. So I was suggesting that let's go and help the woman, and we can help her to get to her gate. The narcissist told me that, are you the one who gave her the alcohol? So are you the one responsible for her drunkenness? Are you the one who gave her all that alcohol that she has consumed? Now, of course, in those days, I didn't really take it like seriously. I didn't really make a whole lot an issue about it. So I didn't really take it seriously anyway. But then I'm looking back and I'm thinking that there was a lot of these particular events were happening whereby, as an empath, you thought you would somewhere intervene in a situation, or you would somehow save a situation, or you just sometimes just do a mere simple good gesture out there. You know what I mean? Because that's what empaths do. And then I'm looking back also and I'm realizing that in those days, actually, I was dealing with somebody who has got an empathy deficit. Now, you see, one thing to understand with narcissists is, I just wanted to give you guys an example that the narcissists, if they are not involved with something, if something is not directly involving them, they don't want anything to do with it. They are only engaged in situations. They are only going to engage in situations which are only benefiting them most of the time, because you guys already know these individuals. They're extremely, extremely selfish. So sometimes you say narcissist, a person will die in front of them. A person can die in front of a narcissist, and the narcissist is just going to talk about it like it's some other story. You know what I mean? Oh, there's that individual, next door, they passed away, they were doing this, and they passed away. Sometimes even a narcissist, a person is going to die in their hands. They cannot empathize. They don't even understand the real meaning of empathy. Now you see, around the world, a lot of narcissists, they are entangled with empaths. The very moment a narcissist finds an empath, they do a check, microphone check, 1, 2, and that's it. You're an empath. They are going to very quickly take you off the shelf. They are going to go to work. The narcissist, they know that they can only survive with empaths. You see, the reason why they like you is because you are going to stay around there, you are going to take all the BS, they are going to do a lot of these games. Because the narcissist knows automatically. They know that there's nobody is willing to put up with their BS. They already know what they're all about. And they know also that on a very deep level, nobody is willing to take up with their BS. Nobody is willing to take up with to put up with their crap. So they only know and they believe that is the empath who is in that position that they will be able to, you just compromise with them. You know what I mean? You'll be with them. They will mess up with you. You are empathic. You are empathetic. So you will be waiting there, and the abuse will be going on, and they know that they've got nothing to offer. So the narcissists, they know that they've got nothing to offer, but at the same time, the narcissists, they envy your gifts. Because I've told you guys that those a lot of you empaths out there, you don't really know who you are. You are going to realize that actually empathy is a gift. When you're talking about empathy is a gift. You're waking up every single day and you're thinking about what can you do to help family members, to help society around you, to do good. You know what I mean? You want to put out good energy into the universe. So an empath, every morning you wake up, it is what you want to do. You want to put out good energy into the universe. So you want to help a lot of individuals around you in any way, in any way, shape, or form, whichever way you can. The narcissists, they wake up and they're only looking for the next victim to abuse. So as the empath, you're waking up, going out there trying to make a difference, see how can you change the world around you. The narcissist, on the other hand, they're waking up searching for their next victim. Now you've got to understand, chosen ones, that a lot of people do not have that gift of empathy. So empathy is a gift in itself. You have a lot of gifts because anytime you emit love out into the universe, usually the love that you put out into the universe is going to impact people in a very positive way. You know, most of the time you'll end up changing people's lives, healing people, helping people with one or two things. There's always something you can do as an empath, because these individuals, empaths, those individuals, they are here to make a difference in the world. But you see, the problem is the narcissists, when they look at you as an empath, it is like you're showing them, you're reflecting back to them everything that they are not. So the narcissist, it's like you're reflecting them, it's like you're showing them, you know, at the same time, you see, these guys are funny. The narcissists, they're so funny. So they love you, and then they hate you at the same time. Actually, I'll not even use the word love. They want to be around you, because most of the times when you're entangled with narcissists, you want to believe that this is some kind of a meaningful relationship. So they are only around you in your space just because of what they can get from you. So they know that you actually are going to provide them with that amount of fuel that they're looking for. So this will be validation, sex, money, everything, in each and every single way. The narcissists, they know that the empath is the right candidate for them. So you can look around the world and you will see a lot of empaths. They're entangled in very, very destructive relationships. You can look around the millions of them. They are entangled with the narcissists. The narcissists are crashing down empaths in their own homes. They're entangled with the narcissists. They're entangled with the wrong people. Empaths around the world, they're entangled with the narcissists. The narcissists, they are not with you by coincidence. So you, as an empath, it looks as if you are in the narcissist's life to bring some kind of a balance. You know what I mean? Maybe sometime on a spiritual level, I think this whole thing is divinely, it's a divine encounter, because at the end of the day, it's like you meet with a narcissist and you are out there to bring some kind of a balance, because maybe on a spiritual level, you feel these individuals are broken. You know what I mean? So they are broken. They cannot think for themselves. They cannot validate themselves. They cannot face themselves in the mirror. So they need an empath on the other side as a constant reminder to tell them, to remind them that, hey, listen, everything is okay. You know what I mean? So I remember staying with a narcissist, and so in those days, I noticed the narcissist used to struggle to get up in the morning. So those days, you know, everybody has got to wake up in the morning. Maybe you want to go to job or things like that. You want to go to work. So I noticed this narcissist was struggling to get up in the morning. Then one day I'm talking to the narcissist, I'm saying, why is it every day I have to wake you up? You know, why is it that every morning I've got to make sure that I'm the one to wake you up? If the alarm will go on, the alarm will go off, the narcissist will not get up. Then the narcissist is like asking, I'm asking the narcissist, why is it that I have got to wake you up each and every single day, every morning? Why do I have to do that job? And then the narcissist goes like, you know, sometimes I just need somebody to slap me on the back so that I can be able to get up. So that statement alone speaks 1,000 words. You know, when a person tells you something like that, you already know that those individuals, it looks as if it's like a car. You just need to fill up that car with fuel, and the car will start, and you know, and the car will take off. So the narcissist, they're entangled with empaths, because empaths at a certain point, the empaths, they're like pumping in that extra energy towards the narcissist. So as a constant reminder, you are telling them that listen, everything is on track. You're on the right track. Don't worry. This one was that thing yesterday was messed up. We are going to correct this. So you're always reminding them of how to stay on track. which is one of the basic reasons why you see a lot of times all over the world, so many narcissists are entangled with empaths, because they know on a deep level you are there to somehow create some kind of a balance when it comes to them in those kind of relationships and entanglements. Even the black sheep, you guys can testify. You can imagine a black sheep, you know, you are involved with the family of so many of them. You know, there are a lot of narcissists there, you know, narcissistic parents, everything. The whole family is messed up. But because of your presence alone as a black sheep, you're still able to bring stability to that family, because at the end of the day, when there's chaos happening in that family, they at least know that, oh, there's somebody we are going to dump our garbage. You know, there's somebody there in the corner. So everything, whatever is going on, everybody's going to run away from themselves, at least for a moment. They are running away from the mirror. They don't want to look at themselves in the mirror. And they are going to run around and dump all their BS onto the black sheep. You know, we're talking about the scapegoat in this case. So I just believe that at some point, empaths, because of your gifts, I think that is the reason why sometimes God will guide you towards those kind of individuals, because somewhere, somehow, you should bring some kind of a balance to their lives. You know what I mean? But it's just because that when you're dealing with narcissists, these are guys, they do not understand good gestures. They do not understand empathy. They do not understand how do you wake up and you're trying to do good things. You know, a narcissist is puzzled. They're even going crazy over it. You can find a narcissist, they are staying the entire night awake. They do not understand how do you wake up every single morning and you're trying to put out good into the world. Because they can't do this, you know. So that is what creates that hatred towards the empath, because the narcissist is thinking, this particular individual, they have got everything that they are not. So somewhere, somehow they are puzzled. They will not tell you this, of course, in the beginning. A lot of times, you guys already know that. A lot of times, a lot of you guys are not even aware you're empaths in the first place. I wasn't aware personally that I was an empath. The narcissist doesn't understand how are you able to live your life normally. How are you able to maneuver life? How are you able to wake up every single day and you're trying to do the right thing? Because the narcissist knows that every single day they're waking up and they're just simply doing the wrong thing. They know that they're waking up, they're going out there to put out bad energy into the universe. So you as an empath, you're with the narcissist and you're a constant reminder. Every single day you're reminding them, hey, listen, let's not try to do that. Let's try to do this. Now you see, for me, I got it twisted in the beginning, in those days. So I got it twisted. I was like, I would see these patterns happening. I was like, wow, what exactly? How does somebody do something like that? How do you wake up in the morning and you do something like this, or you say something like this? So me, I would figure out that there was something that was not normal. You know what I mean? I would figure out this abnormality. But you see, the problem is, most of the times you're seeing these little red flags and you don't know what is happening. You're thinking that, oh, maybe this person, you know, they could have missed a step yesterday. They may fix it today, you know? And then sometimes you're giving them, you know, as an empath, you're giving them an opportunity. Okay, let's try to see if they're going to fix it. The next day, you're going to see the narcissist jump into that same pattern. That pattern is going to carry on and on until the empathy realize you're trapped. So this whole game is a trap. You know, it's like a setup. The narcissist just sets you up for abuse. They do not set you up for genuine relationships, friendships, you know, marriages. They only set you up for abuse because they know they do not have that thing within them that they can love people authentically. So that's how narcissists operate. That's how they live their lives. When they're looking at you, they are thinking that they want to be you. You know what I mean? They want to be you. They want to be able to wake up and you know, be validated organically. You know, sometimes you have to be validated organically by you being your true authentic self. Even without asking for validation, you are still going to be validated anyway, because you are doing things from the heart. You're not doing things for money. You're not doing things for validation. You're not doing things to attract the masses. You are just doing things organically because that is who you are. And the narcissist is waking up and they are thinking that, how is this person doing this? You know, so you're showing them they are with you. So that's why you see now the hatred is coming in, because they are with you now. And they are thinking, why are you waking up every single morning? And why are you doing all these little nice things? They are trying to force it. Sometimes they will even, is the reason why you see sometimes these narcissists, they are mirroring you. When you involve with these narcissists, you will see them, they will start to mirror you because they do not understand. They want to see if they can do those things that you do. They want to steal your qualities. Most of the times when you're with them, sometimes you will experience this identity exchange whereby they are going to beat you down. So they are going to devalue your qualities. Beat you down, devalue you, think like you're nothing. So they are going to beat down your self-esteem. And then secretly, what they are doing now, they are stealing your qualities. You will see them now, they will start to copy you. They will start to mirror you because the narcissists secretly, they admire you secretly. In front of you, in the face, they will show you that they hate you. You'll be sometimes thinking that, how come that the person I love the most, in those days you think that you're in love, how come that this person that I love the most, they happen to be the same people that actually hate me the most? They are waking up each and every single day. They are killing your self-esteem. They do not want you to shine. So they want you down there. You're feeling sorry for yourself. You don't know where to go. You're suffering. You're crying. You feel. That's what they want. That's how they want you because that is what makes them powerful. So for them, they think, the harder they beat you down and the harder you go, is the better for them. Is the better for them because now on the secret level, now what you're doing now, you're abandoning your good qualities because they have already beaten down your good qualities. You cannot do this, you cannot do this, you cannot do this, you cannot dress like that, you cannot put on this type of makeup, you cannot wear those kind of shoes, you cannot do that, you cannot go that direction, you cannot go this way. Now the narcissist is crafting you to become that zombie that they are. They already know they are zombies. They know they are soulless. They know they are zombies. So now what they are doing now, they are crafting you to become the same zombie that they are. And then on the other hand, what are they doing? When you're not watching, they are secretly stealing your qualities. They are seeing how does this guy do it? How does he behave? How does he do this? How does he do this? So they are monitoring everything. And that is when they start to mirror you. And guys, when you talk about mirroring, we can go forever. I've seen that greater narcissist most of the times. They were mirroring me. You see that the greater narcissist, they are trying to do the things like I do them. I mean, I was thinking that, okay, so this is, sometimes when you're in love with someone, when you're in a relationship, sometimes you want to do things that really they like, or maybe they may do things that you like. But it doesn't have to come to that extent whereby somebody is going to completely mirror you, whereby somebody is going to appear. They're going to appear in front of you and doing everything that you do. They do not want you to discover your qualities. They do not want you to discover who you are. So the narcissist usually they will keep you somewhere in the box, and they will make sure that you never ever wake up to the truth of who you are. That's what the narcissist does. So in this video, I just want to let you guys know, empaths out there, that you just have to be aware that empathy is a gift. The empaths, we may be few of. I don't really know how many empaths are out there, but I know that the empaths are not so many because the world is very extremely intoxicated. There could be a lot of narcissists everywhere. Maybe every step you move outside there, you might meet one narcissist or two. So there's a lot of them out there, but at the same time, there's also empaths out there because you see, sometimes the universe operates in that way whereby sometimes maybe there's a balance, sometimes that's why you see when you're meeting those. Yes, I know most of the times it's very difficult to say this because I've been looking back in time and I've been thinking that maybe for me to be able to become the person I am today, it was one of the journeys I had to take. So I had to go through that experience. Maybe it was God's plan that I would be able to go there, learn things, see everything, how it goes, so that now I would be able to know what to tell you or how to help people. Because if I did not go through those experiences and I did not learn how to heal, do all these little things to become a better version of myself, I would not be knowing what to tell the people now. So maybe it was part of my journey. So sometimes I think these kind of encounters, they're like part of your destiny. You know what I mean? So God molds you in that way, drops you in those situations. Sometimes you might really not see the bigger picture at the end of the day. But sometimes when you look back, you're going to start seeing all these patterns have been coming around and they have been a part of where it is God wants you to be. You know what I mean? So I do not say that I'm not in support of narcissistic abuse in every way. You guys already know that. And I'm not behind narcissists. But at the end of the day, I still recognize that these narcissists, we as empaths, we know what you're capable of. You see, at the end of the day, when you start stepping into your gifts and you start to discover who you are, you know what I mean? You step into your power, you take all your power back. Because you see, one of the things that empowers an empath is getting all your power back from the people, these energy vampires. You know what I mean? So you take your power back from your parents, take your power back from your friends, relationships, marriages, whatever. You take all your power back. You're going hermit mode, you're working on yourself, you're healing, you're raising your vibration, and that is when you become an empowered empath. Unlike other empaths who are not yet awakened, they don't know what is going on, they don't know what to do, those kind of things. So I think sometimes empaths, our evolution sometimes will start with these kind of situations like that. You know, when you're talking about those situations involving narcissistic abuse and the things like that. I do not say that all of them, but I think a majority of empaths, the narcissists are kind of a part of our evolution. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, you're looking back and you're seeing all these patterns that have been playing along your journey, and you're seeing that is where you were supposed to be for you to become the person that you're meant to be. You know what I mean? So sometimes it's a channel. God channels us through those ways. We do go through the endurance, the suffering, and all these kind of things, but at the end of the day, listen, guys, we come back. A lot of guys have awakened, we have gotten out of it, we have healed. You also will heal. But remember, the narcissists that you're dealing with, those individuals, as much as you're with them, you know, you're trying to help them, you're trying to do the best for them, you're trying to heal them, to rescue them. Those guys, they need somebody to rescue. So they use empaths like an ambulance, you know. When they're in need of help, they make a call and the empath is going to come around and help them. Even sometimes you see the narcissists, to go with them to the hospital is a problem. Those narcissists, they want somebody to escort them. They want somebody to remind them that, listen, you're going to the hospital, things are going to be okay, don't worry about it, everything will be fine. And it is only the empath who can do that. If you place two narcissists together, you're going to see people who are going to kill themselves in the house. If you place those individual narcissists with the narcissist, those guys are going to kill each other. Because now you have got two empty cups and nobody can fill the other one. You know, at least you have got an empath who, with their cup full and the narcissist with an empty cup. So maybe sometimes they're stealing with your energy to give them some kind of a balance. But now you're having two narcissists who are living together and they are both empty cups. So who is going to fill up the other one? They are going to kill them. They are going to kill themselves. The empaths need to remember that you're powerful. And empathy is a gift. Not everybody has got that gift. You look around and you see a few individuals around you, they are actual empaths like you. So I would sometimes say that empathy, they're a minority. You know what I mean? And these narcissists been out there knocking, I can guarantee you guys, those individuals, they hate you because of your empathy. So they just simply hate you because of a gift. So this whole thing, remember guys, as you heal, you will always remember that this thing is not personal. Healing is possible. It is possible to get out of there, to get yourself out of the dirt, to get yourself out of the hole. Because those individuals, they dig a hole and they throw it there. So you get out of that hole and you still carry on and become that person you're meant to be. You know what I mean? Spirit of discernment, very important. Protecting your energy is very important. You see the narcissist, you go the left side. It's not worth it, ladies and gentlemen. I'll guarantee you, we've been there. It's not worth it. You should only be able to be with the narcissist only when you have been trapped and you have been there by some kind of a chance and you don't know what is going on. That's the only excuse you can give. The only excuse you will ever give yourself to being with the narcissist is just because you are not aware of what is going on. So you are just being trapped in a situation that you do not know. But should your bulbs turn on and you know who is a narcissist, I'll plead with you, ladies and gentlemen, you pack your bags. You were supposed to leave as soon as yesterday. So of course, guys, you already know, I love and appreciate your support. You may always book a session with me if you want to. You can donate and support this channel if you want to. Everything you need You'll find that in the description section below. And until then, it's been a blessing to have you guys on board. Much love and blessings. Desmo signing out. And I'll catch you in my next one. Peace.